What's up YouTube, Saf here on Super Saf TV, and in this video we're going to be looking at reasons why not to buy the iPhone 10. Whoa, Apple fans, calm down.
Calm down, diddly 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 diddly.
Now, I'm not saying the iPhone 10 is all bad. There's lots of good about it, but it's definitely not perfect. And there's lots of negatives which we'll be discussing in this video. So before you start calling me names and hurting my feelings,
why are you crying?
just hear me out. You might actually agree with a few of my points, and if you don't, then feel free to dislike this video. So let's get straight to it. The first point, which I think a lot of you at least, if not most of you, will agree with me on, is the price. It's an expensive phone. We saw the new iPhone, everybody was really excited, and then
$1,000.
now, $1,000 is very, very expensive for a smartphone. And furthermore, if you're outside of the US, you're going to be spending even more than $1,000 for the iPhone. Here in the UK, it's £1,000. I tweeted about this a few days ago. If we consider exchange rates, and even if we add the additional tax that we pay here in the UK, we'd still be looking at around £900 for the equivalent iPhone here in the UK. And that is the case with pretty much all manufacturers. Let's take a recent example. The Samsung Galaxy Note 8 is around $950 in the US. Here in the UK, it's £870. And that is because the pound is stronger than the US dollar. Maybe not as much as it used to be, but it is still stronger. And prices of devices generally reflect that, but they don't on the iPhone. So I'm not sure why Apple are doing this. And I think this is really unfair for the loyal Apple fans who have been buying iPhones for a long time, and they're going to be buying the new iPhone. And why should they have to pay a lot more just because they are based in a different location to the US? Now, I know a lot of the Apple fans are still going to go out and buy the iPhone regardless.
Shut up and take my money.
But it's definitely something to consider, especially with the amount of other devices that are out right now at reasonable prices that offer similar features and functionality to the iPhone 10. Now, moving on to my next point is around charging. So we've got wireless charging on the new iPhone. Brilliant. Huge thumbs up from me. And something that I personally was even more excited about was when I saw that the iPhone 10 will have fast charging. This is something that's been missing from iPhones for a long time, something that lots of other manufacturers have been offering for a long time too. But there's a catch. This is something that Apple didn't discuss openly, and that is that the fast charger is not going to be included out of the box.
No!
Now, this to me is super annoying. Fast charging is a feature that has been around for ages, and pretty much all other manufacturers that have fast charging include a fast charger out of the box. This is just something that's absolutely standard. Not with the iPhone 10, you're gonna get the standard charger out of the box, even though you're paying $1,000. And if you do want fast charging, then you're gonna have to spend, I think it's around $70 more to get the charger and the right cable to be able to fast charge your iPhone. And this is on top of the $1,000 that you're already paying for what now has become a pretty standard feature across the board. Now, moving on to the next point, and that is around Touch ID. We've got Face ID on the new iPhone, which is great, unless you're John Cena.
I got a problem with that.
Okay. But if you're Arya Stark, then you've got no problems with Face ID whatsoever. Okay, I'll be serious. Let's get to the point. Face ID seems like a really good feature, but you are gonna have to raise your phone each time you wanna unlock the device, and it's the only advanced unlocking method on your phone unless you're gonna use something basic, like tapping in your PIN or something like that. It would be nice if Apple also included Touch ID. Now, there were rumors that Apple was gonna embed this within the display, so you could just press it there and it's gonna unlock. That would have been absolutely great, and I think that is gonna come either next year or the year after. But why couldn't they have put Touch ID here where the Apple logo is? This is a very accessible position to have Touch ID in. And in addition to Face ID, this would have given users an option. So if you don't want to use Face ID, you can always use Touch ID, which might be quicker for you as well. So for instance, if you're making payments, you could just pull your phone out your pocket, touch, it's already unlocked, you pay for it straight away. With this, you're gonna have to take the phone out your pocket, point it towards your face, and then do that. I know it seems quite minor, but just having that additional option there would have been really nice. Okay, moving on to my next point, and that is around this hideous camera bump. Yes, it's not a deal breaker, and I'm sure it's not going to be a deal breaker for many people. But lots of the devices no longer have a camera bump. The camera is flush with the back of the device. And my point has always been, why not make the device slightly thicker? And that would not only get rid of the camera bump, but it also give space for a bigger battery. Now, we all want more power. And having a larger battery is something that would be welcomed by everybody. At the expense of just a slightly thicker device is going to be absolutely fine, and you would not have any camera bump. So this is something that Apple should have really considered, and I really hope they consider this going forward. Get rid of that camera hump, give us a bigger battery. Now let's move on to my final point, and that is around supply issues. If you're on a standard upgrade cycle on an iPhone, you'd be expecting a new iPhone around September time. So you can do that. You can get an iPhone 8 or 8 Plus, but let's be honest, you're going to want to go for the iPhone 10. You're going to have to wait till at least November to get hold of the iPhone 10. And current reports are that supply is going to be very, very low. So if you're not lucky enough to get in early, you may have to wait till 2018 to get hold of your iPhone 10. Now, that's a good few months to wait for the new iPhone 10, in which time there'll be other devices that will be released. And when it comes to early 2018, there's going to be even more new devices, and you're going to have many more options. And it might be worth considering one of those other options. Otherwise, you could just sit and wait, and it could be a few months before you get your new iPhone 10. So guys, those were my reasons why you might not want to buy the iPhone 10. As mentioned, it's not all bad. There's lots of good about it as well. If you want me to cover some reasons why you might want to buy the new iPhone 10, then definitely drop me a comment below and I'll work on that in the next couple of days. What do you guys think of the new iPhone 10? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you agree with my points? Do you disagree with my points? Definitely drop me a comment below as well and let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then please do hit that thumbs up button for me. It really does help me out. And if you haven't already, then be sure to subscribe and switch on notifications. There's plenty more content coming up on here. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on Super Saf TV. I'll see you next time.